welcome to ESP Online Classroom. This course will deliver to first-year commerce students presented by Miss Yahya. So, this is the second part will be concerning or will discuss the grammar lessons. So, this program is all about the linking words. That's the words and phrases we use to connect ideas and events when we speak or we write something in English. We call them the linking words, the connectors, the conjunction, the coordinate, because they help people to follow what we are saying by showing how ideas are connected to each other. So make sure to follow with me till the end of the video. As far, try to take some notes in order to understand well. To start with, let's have a look at these examples to see how although, even though, in spite of, and despite are used. Let's see the first example. Although we don't agree, I think she's a brilliant speaker. We have here two phrases. The first phrase is we don't agree. The second is I think she is a brilliant speaker. These two phrases are totally different. Here we are connecting them by using the connector although. Although in Arabic, بالرغم من. Although we don't agree, I think she is a brilliant speaker. بالرغم من أننا لا نتفق, أظن أنها متحدثة رائعة. Okay, so let's see the second example. Even though we don't agree, I think she is a brilliant speaker. Here, the same phrases, the same idea, but we change the connector to even though. Let's see the next example. In spite of the law, people continue to use mobile phones while driving. بالرغم من القانون، لا يزال الأشخاص يستعملون الهاتف النقال أثناء السياقة. Let's see the last example. Despite the law, people continue to use mobile phones while driving. So these are the examples. Now, these conjunctions are all used to link two contrasting ideas. They can all be used at the beginning. For example, despite the rain, we enjoyed the festival. بالرغم من الأمطار استمتعنا بالمهرجان. As it can be also used in the middle of the sentence. For example, we enjoyed the festival despite the rain. The main difference between although, even though, in spite of, and despite is that they are used with different structures. So let's see what are these structures. First, let's start by discussing in spite of and despite. By the way, these two conjunctions have mainly two roles. The first role is they are used to connect two different phrases and transform it to one phrase. The second role is they turn up the verbal phrase to a noun phrase. What does mean a verbal phrase is جملة فعلية. They make it a noun phrase. يغيرون الجملة من الفعلية إلى الجملة اسمية, a noun phrase. So, after in spite of and despite, we use a noun. This is the first structure. We use a noun after in spite of and despite. Let's see in this example. They never made much money in spite of their success. Their success here is a noun. Let's see another example. Despite the pain in his leg, he completed the marathon. Despite the pain here is a noun. So, in spite of and despite is come plus noun. Let's see the second structure. It come also plus gerund. What does mean gerund here? Gerund is a form of verb plus ing. For example, the verb walk. This is the stem of the verb walk. When we add ing to this verb, it comes walking. Walking here is a gerund. Let's see in this example. Despite having headache, I had a great birthday. بالرغم من أن كان لدي ألم في رأسي or بالرغم من أنني كنت أعاني صداع أمضيت حفلا رائعا. The second so the third structure is despite of plus pronoun. Let's see in this example. The train was cancelled. In spite of that, we arrived on time. In spite of that, we here is a pronoun. So this is the third structure. Now, let's move on to although and even though. After although and even though, we use the subject and the verb. Even though is slightly stronger and more emphatic than although. This means that even though has strong influence than although, okay? Even though لها تأثير كبير على although. It can be used at the middle of the sentence. For example, I enjoyed the course, although I would have liked more grammar practice. Although plus I would have, the subject and the verb. Let's see another example. While although is used at the beginning of the sentence. For example, although we saw each other every day, we didn't really know each other. Here, although plus always the subject and the verb. We saw, subject and the verb. So the last linking word is even though. Even though she spoke very quietly, he understood every word. Okay? Even though she spoke very quietly, he understood every word. بالرغم من أنها تتحدث بهدوء، فهم كل كلمة قالتها. Okay? This is concerning even though. Let's see another example here. She didn't get the job even though she had all the necessary qualifications. Even though she had always a subject plus verb. Now let's see the conjunction though. Though can be used in the same way as although. Means that they have the same meaning. Though I wasn't keen on the film, I thought the music was beautiful. As also, though can go at the end of the second phrase. This way of expressing contrasting ideas is most common in spoken English. For example, we waited ages for our food. The waiter was really nice though. This is a funny expression that is used by native English speakers. Means that لقد انتظرنا الأعمار من أجل طعامنا بالرغم من ذلك كان النادل لطيف معنا. Okay? So this is the funny expression that used. So this was the lesson regarding the linking words. Thank you so much for your attention, as well as don't forget to check the description box. There you will find an assignment that you are required to do it online and submit it to me via email. So thank you so much. Have a good day.